Hey guys, welcome back to Subnautica. I know I said I was going to go back to base, but actually we're kind of almost oriented well enough, so we're going to head straight to the dunes. Now the dunes wreckage is slightly to the northwest of this location, but we're going to basically just head straight out there. I wasn't sure if I was going to take the moon coral, if I was going to take the Elysium. Of course, the Elysium can take the hit, but the moon coral with the shock module could make a Leviathan let go, so it was a bit of a debate on which I actually wanted to take with me. But I decided, you know, instead of going all the way back to base and then heading out to the dunes, we're just going straight out to the dunes. Let's see. Not actually sure where we are right now, even. I've got my map pulled up, so I think this is still like the grassy plateau, but what should happen is we should cross a mushroom biome, and then we'll kind of know we're in the right ballpark. Now, I did go back off camera and check the wreckage again that we were in, because some people were saying that it's, or at least threads online were saying that the wreckage is supposed to have 2 drill arms. And I looked very thoroughly in that wreckage and did not find 2 drill arms. So it was completely empty. I did find like a couple bottles of disinfected water, but that was it. That was everything. Hey guys. Heading into Leviathan territory. I'm not looking forward to this. Alright, so we should be approaching a mushroom biome. I'm gonna cut a bit more west at this point. Of course, I would figure the last piece of the drill arm I need is in Leviathan territory. Okay, good. There's the mushroom biome ahead. So we're heading in the right direction, and then once we get beyond the mushroom biome, we should find the wreckage that contains, hopefully, the last piece of the drill arm. And look at this. Whoa. What'd I hit? Is that a bubble thing? Get the feeling that's one of those weird bubble things. So I didn't get an alert that I hit anything. Is. All right, so, and the dunes. I didn't want to go out in the dunes, but we have to if we're going to find that last drill arm piece, which it seems to be the last location. I mean, there's only 2 wreckages in the grassy plains that are listed as potentially even having the drill arm, and then there's the one in the dunes. There's only 1 wreckage in the dunes as well, so... Okay, let's just keep heading forward. It looks like we're crossing into the dunes now, so... In fact, is that... That might be the wreckage right there. Swing my back end on anything. This might actually be it. You can hear him, and I think I can see him in the distance. That might be the wreckage I'm looking for. I don't know. Oh, there he is. Now the thing of it is, where this wreckage is located, there's 2 potential Leviathan spawns out here, so... Oh boy. Right, well we can do it. The prawn suit is fully charged. She's ready. So let's get... In case something happens, you know? In fact, let's get things sorted out. In fact, I don't have any new batteries. Actually, no, I do have batteries. I've got batteries on board this thing. Alright, so we'll put the laser cutter on there. I think that should be okay. I forgot, I put the battery charger on here. I completely forgot about this. Oh, this is great. So I can refill the things that, I spent the batteries for. Now I got another... Could have sworn I had another dead battery. Oh no, wait, it's in the, it's in here. There we go. Right. This is gonna be scary, but... A lot of sand sharks out here. Get out! Watch out because Leviathan territory. Of course, we'd be out here at night, you know, because it's just not a trek into Leviathan territory if it's not night. So let's find the entrance to this baby. Hopefully find the last drill arm piece. And get the shit out of here. Please tell me this is the wreckage. Please tell me Mr. Leviathan doesn't know I'm here. Oh, this looks like the way in. Sorry, I had looked away from the camera a bit because for some reason wasps keep getting in my apartment even though all the windows are closed, and it's very strange that they find their way in, but alright. Let's get in here because I don't want to stay. In fact, if I can find this arm and get the fuck out of here, I will be a very happy moon. In fact, it looks like we've already got a door that needs cut open. So here we go. I don't like that I can hear that bastard so close by. Oh, is this it? This is it. Got the drill arm, baby.
New blueprint acquired.
Now, there might be something else that's out here, but I don't know if I'm gonna find it. Something about a dive suit or something. Whew, need air. Alright, let's see. We've got the drill arm, so realistically we could just get the hell out of here. And I'm extremely tempted to. Because realistically, I don't want to stick around, but there's another sealed door in here, so... And it probably just leads out the back, you know, how it typically goes. Alright, let's hopefully get this thing opened. We listen to the Leviathan serenade us outside. Yes, you might hear me, like, dipping around on the microphone, because, yeah, like I say, there's a wasp in here. I don't know where they're coming from, honestly. We keep the windows closed, and they still find their way in. It is the strangest damn thing. Alright, guys. Holy crap. I literally dove away from my computer because, as I said, there are actually yellow jackets that get in here. They're quite nasty. And for some reason, it is literally one gets in a day. That's it. Once you get rid of it, they're gone. But yeah, I was basically got attacked right at my desk. I didn't get stung, luckily, but and unfortunately, because I dove away so quickly, I drowned. I didn't pause the game right before I left, so I immediately drowned and I came back. But luckily, you just respawned directly onto the Queen Melody. So, yeah, I hate those bastards. It's very weird. Our apartment is very weird for that kind of stuff. Very strange. Don't know how they get in with all the windows closed, but exactly what happened. Alright, so I'm looking really for anything else that might be in here. Fragments for any other thing. Of course, we're also deep down. Oh, look at this. In fact, is this just where I came in from? Shortcuts. Alright, let's get another puff of air. I do want to search just to make sure there's nothing else in there. Alright. So yeah, that way went through there. We can open this. There we go. We got lots and lots of... Hang on. Did that... something turn up scannable there for a minute? There are some angry sharks out there. Doesn't appear to be anything else really in here, so it looks like we've got the item we're after. We've got the drill arm. I'm just gonna go in for one more quick look. Hey, an eye. If we catch that, we can put it in the... Come here. No. Well, that's not what I wanted. But for some reason, left mouse button automatically has me use the grapple arm. Maybe I should swap the arms that the grapple's on. Alright, so one more quick search in this wreckage, and if that's it, we're heading out. Oh, look. Another drill arm fragment. So there's two of them out here at least. Get it for the titanium. So there's at least two of them out here. That's good. Another sealed door. And that just leads right back out here. Alright, well, that seems to be this wreckage. Job done. We've got pretty much most of the stuff we need. Not what I wanted to do. Get out.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Aside from a wasp attack I had, I expected to get attacked by a leviathan or a shark, but instead I got attacked by a wasp in my own apartment. Alright, let's get aboard the Queen Melody and get the hell out of here because we have the drill arm. Job success. Oh, we've got no more storage room. And I'm locked on something there. There we go. I am ready. Come on, no, I'm sliding down the hill. Oh, come on, really? Need to make it more clear where that is. There we go. Inventory secured. But that's it. We can head back to base. We've got the arm. Goodbye, dunes. You're getting the shit out of here. Hi, buddy. I am not sticking around. So yeah, we can go back to base now. We can go back to base. We've got the drill arm. We've got the bioreactor. We've got a lot of the stuff we need. The only other thing really meant to take care of is the radiation coming from the Aurora, because of course we missed that the last time. And actually I was going to do that in the last episode. That was my plan. But I realized I didn't want to take the my one and only set of plants that I've got aboard the Queen Melody here. I didn't want to take them back to the Aurora because they disappeared the last time. So I didn't want to go back until I've got the base set up. So we might actually set up the base a bit more, and then we'll go back to the Aurora, complete the radiation so we can get our rebreather, we can get our still suit, we can get all that nice handy dandy stuff. And then it's gonna be time to start planning our mission and preparing to visit the Lost River and the lava caves. Those are two places that I've been wanting to explore. That this update fleshed out the lava caves and has added some new creatures. We'll also go explore the other islands, the not the floating island, but the island where we can get some uranite as well, and where a lot of the lithium is held. So we'll head out that way. In fact, maybe we've got a few more things left to do, but yeah, then we're pretty much covering this update. But man, I am excited because this drill arm, I definitely want to see what this thing can do. But I think at best, you kind of need to keep... Oops, I think I just hit a fish. I think you need to keep one arm open is the thing, because I don't think you can pick anything up without the claw arm. I think it's a requirement if you want to pick stuff up. So we have to make decisions based on, do we want, you know, to be able to pick stuff up, or do we want to grapple? There goes some wreckage. Oh man, it's been a while since we've been to base, it feels like. And it's not actually been that long. Just to me, it feels like it's been a while. Alright. Let's get her parked up. We can hit another bubble thing. Actually, the moon coral is docked somewhere down there. Actually, I don't think she's docked. I think she's just... Yeah, she's free floating. Okay, let's get back inside. Let's see, how much power do we have? Do we need to change a power cell? It looks like we do. I also lost a lot of hunger when I died because of a wasp attack. Let's see, is this power cell? No, this power cell's almost empty, so... Okay. Let's check our power cells. These are all full. Actually, I need to swap them. You can't trade them out. And let's go ahead and take the exosuit in because she's got some cargo. Whoa. Shit. I got kicked out of there. Yeah, so the Elysium's got some cargo on her in the way of some wreckage.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, back to base. Let's see what this thing's gonna take. Am I really only charging one of these? Sure. Alright, we'll do that. Let's see what the exosuit arm is going to take. Let's see. I guess you wouldn't call it personal. I guess. Oh, yeah. You don't do it here. Do it over here. Exosuit modules. Here we go. Grappling arm, the propulsion cannon. Now we got that one. The thermal reactor is probably something we're going to want, especially when we go into the lava zone, because there's creatures down there that can sap power from the suit they latch on, and because it's so hot down there, thermal reactor is probably a really good idea to have. We might want a jump jet upgrade. That shouldn't be too hard to get my hands on. I can't remember right off the top of my head where to get sulfur, but I know you can get it. Alright, so you need 3 diamonds and a plastisteel ingot. Do we have the stuff? Surely we do. We have exactly 3 diamonds. And a plastisteel ingot is a titanium ingot plus lithium, I think. Yeah, it is. Alright. So what do our stores look like? Just that. Alright. We can do this. Am I carrying anything else? Excess. A couple bottles of water. Put a couple bottles of water away. And put that up, put that up. We'll get the posters set up. I want to get, you know, I want to get a nice swish base going. Let's put this battery up too. Oh, that one's full. There we go. I want to get a base. This one was just basically set up to get the series rolling. But now that we have a lot of the stuff we need, I want to get a legitimate base built. In fact, we got enough titanium already for an ingot. Let's go ahead and make one. Ingot, and then we just need some lithium, which I have a locker for that specifically. Look at all this titanium. Plus steel ingots. Look at all the, and you guys have been multiplying. Jesus, look at all the peepers. Holy shit. We're gonna have dinner tonight. And the diamonds. We've only got 3. You know, it helps if I open the right locker. But diamonds aren't too incredibly hard to find, in fact. Let's see, not here. Suit drill arm. There we go. Alright, so I think we have to remove the grappling arm because we need a free arm
Welcome aboard, Captain.
to be able to drill. So it looks like now we need to find a node. Of course it's nighttime. Are there any nodes nearby? Surely there's gotta be one. Just one node is all I ask for. It might not be in this biome, maybe not in the safe shallows. I'm gonna pick that quartz up though. I'll pick up this wreckage too because we're gonna need to start preparing to go deep as well. That's another big thing we have to plan for is going deep. We're gonna need like lots of titanium because I think you need like plastisteel ingots. Look, a sulfur tube. Grab that up. Well, not what I wanted. But I got an extra fish. I'm just kind of looking for a node right now. Oi! Sounds like there's a geothermal vent nearby. What I didn't want me having is, this would be so much easier if I was in the daylight. I know I kind of see these nodes around randomly, but of course now that I'm actually looking, I don't see any of them. There's definitely some around the Aurora. There's definitely some. Actually, I think we still need to find the torpedo arm. Or can you arm torpedoes on this thing already? We might be able to arm torpedoes on this thing already. Entering the Leviathan's domain. You can hear him back there. Oh, now here's where the grapple arm would come in handy. I guess, yeah, that's the choice you have to make. Do you want mobility or do you want the ability to drill? Because it seems like you kind of have to make that choice on which is going to be important. Looks like I can't see a node right now, and I don't know actually how long this episode is because I had to, you know, run away from a stingy insect. So I guess we'll head back to Sea Lab, and then when it's daytime, we'll go explore a bit and see if we can find. Whoa. What the hell happened? Did I get like knocked back? I feel like I got knocked back. I know there's some nodes on the other side of the kelp forest over there, so maybe we'll go check that out. If you go into the grassy plains, you can actually find them. So we'll be checking that out next time. So we'll be testing out the drill arm, and then we'll do a little bit more events, you know, like getting the radiation taken care of, explore that other island, and then I think it's going to be time to really start preparing to go into the deeper depths of this place. So, I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.